Hey there, Precalc kids, let's finish this beast. Alright, number 12. We're looking for PQ as a component form. What we do is we do your endpoint minus your starting point, right? So you take your x coordinates. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we have 1, comma. For y, we go 9 minus 8 is a 1. And that's it. That's your component form. Now for magnitude, you do square root of your x squared plus your y squared. So you get square root of 2. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, number 13. Why do you want to connect to Wi-Fi? Okay, we have the vector u is 1, comma 3, and we want to find the unit vector. First, you have to find the magnitude of u. So you square root of 1 squared plus 3 squared, which is root 10, and then you divide each part by it. 1 divided by root 10, 3 divided by root 10, and there you go, unit vector. Okay, 14. Find magnitude and direction. Okay, magnitude, getting old. Square root of 1 squared plus 6 squared is square root of 37. That's our magnitude. Now for the angle, go over 1 up 6. So then I do tan inverse of theta equals 6 over 1. Oops, tan of theta. So then I tan inverse both sides. Okay, and when I tan inverse that, about 80.5 degrees. Okay? Okay. Alright, now 15, we gotta find dot product. I think I did all these. So that's just 3 times negative 3, your x times x, plus your y times y, and you get negative 10. Okay, 16. Determine the limit by substitution. Just plug in 2, guys. Just plug in 2. When you plug in 2, what's 2 to the third is what? 8 plus 20 minus 14 plus 1. So that's 6, 14, 15. Okay. 17. What's square root of negative 7? That's after I plugged in 1. Because 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Doesn't exist. So the limit does not exist. Mean girl references abound. 18. Oh man, I wish I had that picture of my graph up here. So now what's my limit as x approaches 2 from the negative side? So that means from this direction, that's the negative side. I'll make it red because it's negative. Where do I get closer and closer to for my y value as x goes to negative, or 2 from the negative side? Well, that's at 6. So then what's my limit as x approaches 2 from the positive side? It means I'm coming from this direction. And what's my y value? A negative 2. Alright, whenever you're doing these ones, you look at your exponents of highest power. Your bottom exponent's bigger than your top, so it's going to get bigger faster. So your limit as that approaches infinity is 0. Now for this one, we grab our 2 largest ones, and they're the same. So remember, when they're the same, you just take your leading exponents. So you get negative 7 over negative 19, which is just 7 over 19. And this one, we take our biggest exponents. Top is bigger, so that means it goes off to infinity. Average rate of change. Okay, I know I've said 100 times, you just find the slope between those 2 points. They don't give you 2 points, so you got to find the y-coordinates. Or you can use that good old formula, f of b minus f of a all over b minus a, right? Right? Like for this one, your a would be 2, your b would be 6, right? So then your f of 6, this one, would be when you plug in 6 to that equation. When you plug in 6 to that equation, you get 966. When you plug in 2 to your equation, you get 38. And then down here you do your 6 minus 2. And so when you do that, I'm getting rusty. You get 928 over 4, which is a 232. Bam! Okay, almost done. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, this is probably one of the tougher ones you guys will have to see. I better get a new page for this beast. Okay. So, what we're going to find here is the derivative using the long definition. So they give us the formula and they give us a is 1. So we're finding f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 all over h, and we're finding that limit as h goes to a 0. Okay? Okay. So that means wherever we see a 1 plus h, we plug it in for x on this equation. Okay? So we go 3 minus 3 times 1 plus h. I'll put big parentheses around just so you guys kind of see what I'm doing. Minus when we plug in 1 for x. Right? And that whole thing is over h. So now let's simplify this beast. So this becomes 3 minus 3 plus 3h. That's just doing the simplification. Oops. Minus 3h. Yeah, minus 3h. See? Got minus. Well, what's 3 minus 3? 0. For h. Actually, what's 3 minus 3? 0. So you get negative 3h over h. What happens to your h's? They cancel. So that's your limit. That's all I have to worry about. Okay. That was 23. Alright, 24, just find the derivative. So if we have 4x squared minus 2, 2 times 4 is 8. X, 2 minus 1 is 1. The derivative of negative 2 is 0. So that's your answer. Okay, they say our volume is s to the third, right? We want to find the instantaneous rate of change. Instantaneous rate of change is your first derivative. So the first thing we got to do is find the first derivative. That's what that little dash means. So our 3 comes out in front. S, 3 minus 1 is 2. Then we plug in s is 8. So we plug in 8 for s. 8 times 8 is what? 64. 64 times 3 is 192. So we get 192 inches per second. And 26. So to give us a distance function, we want to find the velocity and acceleration. Okay? So v sub t is your first derivative. Okay? So we go 2t, 2 minus 1 is 1, because we're going from t squared. 2 comes out in front, 2 minus 1 is 1. Plus, derivative of 5t is 5. don't worry about that anyway. Derivative of 10 is 0, so we don't even worry about it. So our acceleration of t, we take the derivative again. Derivative of 2t is, well, it's just your coefficient, 2. Derivative of 5 is 0. So there you go. That's all there is to it, guys. Enjoy! Sorry this was late. I was having computer problems. Have a lovely day.